I thought I'm back, and I thought we'd have a play of some more Christmas cards today. There's a couple of things that I want to let you know. We've got a great joining promotion. We've got 2 great catalogues, and I'm making Christmas cards. So I haven't made this card already. I guess you could say winging it. But I thought that you'd like to see me say hello and craft along with me. Now, for those people that do like to craft along with me, I'll let you know that I do a standard size card. The standard size card that I make is half of an A4. I guess you can do it anywhere you are in the world. You can copy just cut your piece of cardstock in half, make it your standard size, and just tweak things down. But I will give you the measurements for ours. Today I'm playing with the Joy of Christmas bundle, or the Joy of Christmas suite, and the bundle I'm actually using from this. Oh, I keep looking at the catalogue, which you guys can't see. Hi Elizabeth, how are you going? I've got the catalogue in front of me. I'm actually playing with the Christmas Classics bundle, which happens to be this beauty here. So I'm not sure how many of you have got that one. Elizabeth, have you got that one yet? It's a really pretty bundle. There's some, I'm not a snow person because we don't have snow here in Australia at Christmas time. We actually have quite hot weather. But what I've found is that I really like holly. I think holly is really pretty. I just love the colours. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a play. I'll often refer to our 2 catalogues as a ideas guide. Yeah, I thought you might have. It's a beautiful suite, isn't it? And I love these little trinkety things. So, but we'll show you all them. We'll get around to them. So we're going to play with this one, and I'm going to use the inspiration from the catalogue. I'm going to use the inspiration from this card here. Okay, I thought it's really pretty. It actually looks like a box. It could be a box. It could be anything, but I'm going to go with a card. That's definitely a box. But I'm going to go with a card, and I'm going to make something very similar. So there's a couple of packets of designer series paper that go with this suite. Yeah, it's a beautiful suite. So there's this joyful specialty designer series paper. It's only printed on one side, and they're all foiled with gold. Okay, so you've got a nice wood grain print in the gold. But I'm pulled out this one here. It's really hard to see in the catalogue, but it's got all holly leaves all over it. So it's got gold holly leaves, and then the little red berries to go with it. So it's a really pretty, quite a delicate one. Hi Cheryl, how are you going? Got everyone coming to visit me today. So I know that Cheryl's got a son who's a musician, and so she likes all the music stuff, and I'm playing with the music stuff today. So I really like this paper. It's made with cherry cobbler, and it's got gold music over it. But you'll notice in the regular packet of designer series paper that goes with this suite, there's also one down here that has got a bit of Pebble Path, and probably a lighter version of Pebble Path of that music as well. So we could actually expand it, and it's used on this card here. So we're going to do a version, Courtney's version of this card, and I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks along the way. So how about we get started, because I'm off to dinner tonight. All right. So, we've got lots to do. All right, so this is the Christmas Classic stamp set that I'm using, and this is the dies set. So I've already cut all the dies out so I can actually see what they are, and there's quite a lot of dies in here. Actually, I think, yep, there's 13, and they're quite big ones, so I couldn't give them all their own space. So you'll see here there's a white sentiment strip that's attached on top of here, and there's also a white sentiment strip that's attached on top of here. So that's an extra 2 dies that you can see there. I'm going to use this beauty here, and I'm going to use these guys that are up here, okay, for today's card, because then it will look like the one in the catalogue. All right, so I have put things already onto my blocks. All right, so we'll see how we go. So I've got 2, I cut all of my basic white up to make my life a little bit easier. So I've got 2 of those ready, ones for the inside, ones for the front. A basic white envelope. You can use basic white, or you can use your vanilla. Both will actually work with this card. This is cherry cobbler. So I'm just going to excuse my red fingers. One of my little treasures has been dyeing her hair today. And of course, Mummy needed to help because we had it from one end of the bathroom to the other. So as we do. Anyone else have to make, Cheryl's actually a hairdresser, so I can't ask her. I was going to say, anyone else have to be a makeshift hairdresser? Right, so essentially that's going to sit on there. Now, I thought I had, oh, I do. This is old olive. So I've got a piece of old olive for my die cuts. So let's see, what are we going to stamp? Let's pull out my catalogue again. Yeah, you like this set, maybe you shouldn't be watching. Well, Cheryl, I think you need to. So it's such a pretty set. That's why. Okay, so we're going to cut out so we've got a couple of dies that we've got to cut out. So we've got to cut out our one out of our old olive. We've got some stamping to do, and then we've got some cutting out to do there. And again here. So let's do the stamping first. And it's a photopolymer stamp set, so you do need your piercing mat. And I've got my piercing mat here. So what I might do first is I've got the 3 ink pads. I've got Old Olive, Real Red, because I like real red cherries. It's tanning with your daughter. Well, yeah, you'd end up that really nice, what do they call it? Donald Trump orange. If you were doing tanning. I'm glad she doesn't do that. I have to wax her as well, but, you know, these things happen. This one here is Mossy Meadow, and I'm thinking I picked it because it's darker, but I'm hoping it might need a re-ink. It's been really hot here, so I don't know about you guys, but I find that when it's really hot and the weather's quite dry, my ink pads get drier, and then when it's been raining heaps, that's going to actually, I think that'll do me, to tell you the honest truth. When it's been raining heaps, none of my ink pads ever seem to need re-inking. They just seem to keep going and going and going. All right, so we need. Do I want to use Old Olive, or do I want to use? No, let's just use Mossy Meadow for our sentiment. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use some Old Olive to do my leaves. Will it fit? And I need at least 4. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, while I've got my Old Olive out, using the end of a block, this one's got my sentiment for the inside in it. Actually, wait, let's do the inside. So I'm just going to put some holly leaves on the inside. And I'm going to do the same on my envelope. All right, just like a little bit of a garden there. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing them first is because then I can colour them. And what I'm going to do when it comes to colouring them is I'm actually going to use my Wink of Stella. Oh, it's freezing there today. Elizabeth, you're in Melbourne, aren't you? Or down south somewhere? Because we normally get Melbourne's weather the next day. So I'm a bit nervous about that. All right. You could put leaves all over the back here if you wanted to, but to be a little bit quicker today, I won't. So, so on the corner of one of your blocks, doesn't matter which one, I've just put a little bit of ink. You can see it if I put it there like so. I don't want to stick my Wink of Stella in my ink pad because it makes my ink pad go all glittery, and that's not the plan. All right, so let's do these guys first. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump everything. Just push that out of the way. All right, so using your Wink of Stella, you can just use it like a water brush. The beauty about doing it on here is it won't make, like if you were to watercolor on here with with an aqua brush, what you'd find is that all of the white cardstock peels if you put too much water on it, but it doesn't do it with the Winker Stella. And of course, it makes them all glittery and shiny, and that makes them all pretty. So at the moment, we've got a joining special on, and I need to tell you about the joining special. So the joining special is in celebration of Stampin' Up's 35th year. I joined 10 years ago when they had their 25th birthday, and they had a fairly good joining promotion then, and I only joined to buy my own supplies. So we're down the track 10 years. I've got a beautiful little group of crafters that come to my classes. I've made lots of new friends because of it all around the world. And I still continue to enjoy my card making and my scrapbooking. Now, initially I was a scrapbooker, and I only made cards to use up the scraps from my scrapbooking pages. But I've found that scrapbooking pages take me a long time to do. Yeah, I thought it was down south. So Elizabeth's just let us know she's down south, which means that the weather's coming our way. So I reckon in a couple of days, I haven't looked at the weatherman because, you know, it's not going to change anything. But I reckon in a couple of days we'll be freezing here. And Cheryl, I think your arthritis will be playing up too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so I joined to get my supplies cheaper at a discount, which is a great reason to join, because I like a perpetual discount. And if there's a discount to be had, why not? There's no penalty if you don't sell anything or buy anything, but you can get some great products at a better price. So this month, it's their 35th birthday. So they're doing 235 different promotions. So you can get 35% off the original price of the kit. Brings it down to under $110, but you get $235 worth of product for that $110. So you could actually essentially buy this whole suite for that price. Or you can get 35% more product for your $169. So either way, both are pretty smart because you also get free shipping. Now, all the kits have free. Look how gorgeous are they? And I know you guys can't see the sparkle. Cheryl, when she comes to class, she'll be able to see the sparkle. I know that the guys all love a discount because you also get free shipping. So essentially you're getting an extra either $14 free, or you're getting, I can't remember, I did the math. Yeah, 12 degrees. Yeah. No, I reckon we'll have that in a few days. There's your warning, Cheryl. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, you get free shipping on a kit. So you're saving more because normally our shipping's 6%, which is still a very good deal. Okay. $6.95 or 6%. So anything over essentially 120-ish, you're paying 6%. This, but if you were to get the the $169 and the 35% extra product, you could get this whole suite and you could get extra stuff as part of that deal. So if you want to know more, flick me a message. It's not a problem, and I'll get back to you after the video. That's okay. If you're watching this on replay, flick me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and let you know. But the 35th birthday is only in October. All right. So what else is happening in my world? Well, I'm busy like a busy bee, trying to get what's it called? Classes sorted. It's a new Stampin' Up year, so I'm trying to get my craft room sorted. I do regular training with my friend Donna, and one of the things that she's encouraged us to do is clean our stamp rooms. And I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the video, that's not mine. My craft room is big and it has lots of stuff in it and lots of stuff everywhere. So it's a challenge to get it clean. But I can still fit easy 12 people in here. at a pinch, I could probably get 18 if I really needed to try. Be tight. That would be tight. So I've gone back to doing in-person stuff since the government said we're allowed to have people over and everything like that. And so, yeah, it's all been a bit of fun. So I've had a few newbies, and I always look forward to more new people. Okay. And I always prattle when I'm colouring in. Anyone else do the same thing? So, all right. So that just washes off with some warm soapy water. I actually just rinse off in water, but just give it a wash with some warm soapy water. Now we need some berries. So I do have my Real Red here. These are the cutest little berries ever. They almost look like little bells. Let's put some here. Not sure if you can hear my baby chickens in the other room. There's still 13 of them. They're very, very cute. And I put more eggs in the incubator, so there'll be more soon. I do love them. Crazy chicken lady. None of this crazy cat lady because I'm allergic to cats, but although Mum's been minding a cat that's really, really cute. And I don't know if you saw, I put a picture up of it recently because I don't know how people craft with a cat. They this little darling was into everything, and I mean everything. So she was all over the shop, but she is the cutest little thing. How many of these did we need? Where's my picture? We only need 2. Bonus. I think there's only 2. Yeah, that looks like there's only 2 of those under there. There might be 3. We'll see how we go. Okay, so now we can do some cutting. Let's put that. Oh, yeah, I wanted to put, this says tidings of comfort and joy. So deck the halls with boughs of holly. Is anyone else singing that? I'll try. I promise not to sing. No, Mossy Meadow. And I do believe this Mossy Meadow needs a re-ink. So sentiment down here. Oh, line her up nice and straight. Let's see how crooked I can do it. Oops, and now I've got it all over my fingers to match, add to the red dye. Well, that was really good because that's the envelope. Do you think they'll notice? Whoopsie. Anyone else ever done that? Let's put the sentiment bit on the inside of the card. Okay. No. Line it up. I use the grid lines here just to sort of help me. And there we go. Okay. So now we need to do some cutting out. Uh-oh. I can hear a car. That wasn't part of my plan. All right. Okay. Let's get... Oh, this can go left and right. I will have to sit on the naughty table, Cheryl. This can go right or left-handed. Let's cut out... I wasn't paying attention. I've got too many things happening. And I heard children. Oh, I didn't clean it out last time. So, again, I'm going to have to sit on the naughty table for that. Poke all the little bits out from last time. Everybody can say hi to Maeve.
Hello.
Hold on, here she is. Here's Maeve.
Hi.
She likes to come in and say hello. But yeah, she's sometimes likes to craft, but not often. There's someone at the door.
Is that I don't use a big shot.
It's not a big shot anymore. It's a cut and emboss machine. You could start using it again.
Big shot.
It's a cut and emboss machine, Maeve.
It's the exact same as big
What Maeve did last time or one time,
last time I haven't used this.
and she hasn't used it since, is she literally jammed one of my dies through the machine, and they're metal and they're fairly tough. but they don't stand a chance against Maeve.
I don't think I was taught how to use it properly.
So she's actually blaming me. All right. So I'll just pull in these ones. I still had it focused on you. Maeve, let go because I'm getting stuff. She thinks she's helping, but I've got other news. Oh, look,
Yeah, we're all here.
here's
You
Tony.
gotta duck down, you're too tall.
Yes, he's a wee bit too tall, isn't he?
What's here? The circus is in town.
All right. Now they're both going to go away,
Oh, no.
and we're going to go back to this. So I put the machine through the machine. So I'll tell you what Maeve did. Maeve was die cutting. I was not supervising, and that's okay. Maeve's going to take this away, and she's going to poke that out for me. Look
Yes,
at it.
I will.
See, she doesn't mind poking things out. She's going to do that. Here's a pokey tool, mate. Look, we'll give her the pokey tool. Oh yeah, whoopsies. I think there's blood. Here's the pokey tool. Whoops, we even drew blood. Okay, so Cheryl, I will have to sit on the naughty table, won't I? Because
Fine, you can sit on the floor at dinner. I'll join you.
make that straight. Put some washi on there. So Maeve was cutting out.
It's a concerning amount of blood.
That's a concerning amount of blood. Oh, sorry, honey. Maeve was cutting out the piece took up the whole of.
It was a bad idea from the beginning.
It was like a little bag, and it took up the whole plate. So it was 6 inches wide, this piece. Well, Maeve didn't have it straight in the machine and sent it through and jammed it through, and guess what? It ended up very crooked and bent, and she's still whinging about the blood on her fingers.
I cut myself sometimes on like sharp objects, and even I don't cause that much damage.
Right, well, so so Maeve decided after that she shouldn't be allowed to use my machine. Part of me, it was a really expensive die. It was a really expensive set of dies. Oh, that didn't do that very well.
No,
I just use old washi tape, as you can tell, because it's in really.
It was over 3 hours of my painting, so I'm not.
Yeah.
That's not worth it.
It's only paper. Well, that bit wasn't. That was a bit of metal, but you know, hey. Whoopsie. Oh man, fiddly. Should have done these before I got on the video, shouldn't I?
Need tweezers.
I don't need tweezers. Auntie Lol uses tweezers, but they're no good to your hair. Oh, look, even that hand's got hair dye all over it. Oh my gosh. Look, I've slaughtered someone. Oh, I have Maeve's fingers. And
in the new colours? No.
oh, look at those dots.
How do you get this out?
Slowly and carefully. Is it coming?
Slowly's not working.
Slowly is not working. All right. I can send it back through if it needs to go back through.
It doesn't. I got the rest of it.
So Maeve's helping me with that dye. I do have a little dye brush somewhere, but it's in one of the drawers.
No.
And it won't help her now. It probably does look like it needs to go back through. So we'll see. Because I put it, did I put it through in the middle or on the side? Does anyone remember? I'll take those. Oh, she's muttering. One more of these. And then we're done. So there's lots of die cutting in this card. All right. They've gone now. The chickens became much more interesting. Okay. All right, so don't mind me. All right, so we've got all of those. There's a couple of really little dies here, so try not to lose them. Okay. Just put all these bits back down on the side here. Okay. Now, she wasn't very successful getting this out. I think she was being a wee bit too gentle, is probably her because she didn't want to break it. Although that bit doesn't look like it cut properly because of where it was sitting in the machine. So what I'll show you what we do when that happens. We just push everything back together and work out where it's sat. And you can actually push it back into the bits and send it back through. So that's what we'll do if things don't always come out. So, and again, there's another bit of paper. So if it doesn't work, because sometimes this bit can be a bit dodgy when you're doing it, but this time I'm actually going to turn it upside down in here. All right, let's see how we go. So I've got the die upside down and then the cardstock on top. Okay. Let's see. That's better. All right. Now it's coming out. Now I've got all these little pieces in here. And now they're all gone. Okay. So, it still didn't want to cut that end. I wonder why. I might have to put it back through again. Oh no, it's coming. It just needs some encouragement. Is that a word that we want to use? All right, I just tore it. I wonder if Elizabeth found this with hers, that it's stuck a bit. All right. Ew, don't tear that bit. Don't want to tear that bit because I need that bit to stay on there. So, all right, I probably should have got some. Probably got something to do with the fact that my plates are so. What's the word that we want to use? Loved. Okay. I'm tempted to cut this again. Let's cut it again. And we'll go through twice in the first go. So I'll just poke all these little bits out that didn't flick out when I just banged it. Okay, because it doesn't cut out if there's little extra bits in it. Okay, so let's cut another one because I tore that one. All right, and I find that if I do this, usually on the side, when I do it on the side, it works. So we'll just try again. Okay, but I'll just go back. I'll go backwards and forwards. Sometimes some of the more intricate dies need you to do that. And let's see if that makes a difference. Not really. Let's go this way. I think it would come out this time, but I'm just going to go this way just to be sure, And I probably should invest in a new set of plates. What do you reckon? All right, let's see. Yep, it's going to fall out now. You watch. Look at that. That's what I wanted. So there's just a little couple of extra pieces to come out in these bits here. And over here. That is so pretty. All right, so I think it's time to put our card together. If you want, oh, no, it's not. There's something I forgot. If you wanted to add with a little bit of with a blending brush, you can add a little bit of extra color to some of these. They don't all have to be matte. I don't have a blending brush here with me, and I got rid of the family. So unless one of them comes back, we won't be doing that. Now, what did I do with my matte. What I am going to do is I've got some ribbon. This is really pretty gingham ribbon, and underneath the it's got a couple of bits of, I don't know, I like to call it fiber, but it's got a couple of pieces, so it's not the right color. What they've done in the example, I'll bring it back in, is that you can see they've colored it. I'm not sure if you can see there, so I'll show you how to do that. This is the old olive. What I'm gonna, oh man, please, old olive light needs to be replaced, but that end's going to work. So if you wanted to add a bit of color to some of your leaves, you could use your blends, or you could use your you could even use your Stella if you wanted to, or you could use a blending brush. Okay, now because this is my other end of my, that's a good thing to tell you, is that when you're storing these, don't store them like this, because you end up with a dry tip like that. Okay, they need to be stored flat, like so. I'm wondering if I can convince this one to work, because I really would prefer light old olive to dark, but I don't know that it's going to want to play. Oh yeah, I think I'm up for a new set. So need to do both ends. All right, because both ends stick out, and when I folded it, from about here to about here, needs to be done, oh, probably about there to about there, and then about here to about here needs to be done. Okay, and the only reason I'm not colouring the whole lot is because my blending brush is on the other side of almost used up, so I will have to invest in some more. Okay, now I could use, I don't know what I've done here. How come I didn't mark that one? Don't know what happened there. Okay, I could have used a dark one, but the dark one's actually quite considerably darker. I did bring it with me just in case, but our Stampin' blends, they get sold in pairs, so I probably should have used the darker one. I've had these ones for a long time. It's looking a bit House of Father as well, but see, it's really dark, and it's not really dark that I want. Although I will put, now I've done that, I'll put a little bit in it, just so that, because no one said it had to be flat color. All right, we'll see how we go with that. So I've essentially, I haven't colored the bits that are going to hang out, I hope, behind the panel. All right, so this piece here can get stuck on here, but before we do that, I was thinking there's no reason why we can't decorate this. Oh, hello, how's it going? All right, so if we just want to stamp some berries, because as you saw, the piece of paper takes up quite a bit of space. All right, so we'll just stamp some berries all the way around. Okay. All right, and we're just stamping around. And there we've got people at the door. And we're hoping that my husband will come in and help me, because I know what these people are here for. So, all right, well, I tell you what. I'm going to probably have to come back to you in a few minutes. Can you please take Sharon out to Dad? And I will, he's out the back.
You sure? I think he has a bathroom.
Well, go and find him and have a chat because I just want to finish this. All right. Hello.
Hello.
So I've got a visitor, so I'm going to have to go, guys. But I wanted to finish this. So what I'll do is I'll come back to you. Okay. I'll leave it there and I'll come back to you all. Back in about 5.